Alright guys, welcome back to another video here on the John Doc YouTube channel. Here at the shop, it is early Monday morning trying to get some work done. We leave early Wednesday for PRI, so Monday and Tuesday are make or break days for me. I got a lot of stuff to do, so I figured no better time to get here than early and be productive and knock some stuff out. I do want to say before we get into today's video, if you guys did order shirts, any of the pre-order items, hoodies, hats, I think all the hats I got, shirts or anything, all the orders are going out between now and they'll all be out by Wednesday, so expect to see them this week, if not early next week. I know I got a couple emails. The pre-order items, they are, a bunch are on their way already. A bunch have shipped out. I got some more that are on their way out today, and I got even more that are on their way out tomorrow. So if you guys did order anything, be patient. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys supporting the LS Nasty brand and getting some shirts, and you will have them here shortly. As you guys saw in the last video, we ended up getting this awesome motor here, and yeah, just a good old Junkyard 6-liter LS, kind of, you know, the typical LS Junkyard build motor. Now, I'm not going to be tearing it down in today's video. That's going to be tomorrow's video. We're going to do a tear down inspection on it. But I do just kind of want to talk about the setup on the truck. So, a lot of you guys were kind of, I read all the comments. So, a lot of you guys were like, dude, don't go. Everyone does a budget build. And then a lot of you guys were like, we wanted to see the big cubic inch LS. So, we're doing both. I just want to clarify. We are doing the Junkyard build right now, like the Junkyard 6-liter, while the other engine is being built. I got some rotating assembly and stuff on the way. That motor, I brought up TCAM, but I never really got the ball rolling. They were waiting on me to get them parts, and I was busy doing other stuff, so I never really got the parts. But we are doing both. So instead of just waiting while the other engine's being built, I figure we can get this truck up and running. I got a lot of stuff for the front end. We just picked up that 6-liter, which we are going to do a build on, tear it down, just do simple stuff: camshaft, push rods, valve springs, oil pump, timing chain, lifters, and that's pretty much it. Just like your generic, whatever you do to a stock bottom end deal is what we're doing to that. We're gonna drop it in here with the gear drive blower on there, and get the truck rolling. So I got some, as you guys saw, got the zoomies almost done, got the drop ball joint performance talk right there, ball joint drops. We got that on the truck as well, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna leave the stock rear end in there. I'm just gonna lower it in the rear just so it looks decent, and then we're just gonna drive it around, do some burnouts, and really just kind of have some fun with it. And if the rear end holds, I mean, we'll make a couple laps and see what's going on. But regardless, we're gonna have that blower up front, and we're gonna run it on the same gear that's in it right now. So if it makes 25 pounds of boost on this poor motor, it's gonna make 25 pounds of boost on that poor motor. But one thing that we are doing, we're running E85, so we need to have it intercooled. A lot of guys say, oh, I'm running non-intercooled E85, and it doesn't work the same as alcohol. Alcohol you can run, like this car, you can run non-intercooled, because alcohol has cooling properties in it that will actually cool the air charge down. E85 is very close to alcohol, but does not have the same properties. So what you need is a good intercooler, whether it's an air-to-air or an air-to-water. You guys have heard us talk about the air-to-water. I have an air-to-water on the cow. We put an air-to-water on the bull marrow. Chris has an air-to-water on his car, and here is an air-to-water. Let me pick this. God, they're quite heavy. The cores are pretty heavy. This is an air-to-water intercooler. As you can see, air goes in, air comes out, water goes in, water comes out. It cools it. You get some really cool air charges. This one right here is just your standard single core air-to-water intercooler. This right here is the air-to-water intercooler I got for the Colorado. As you can see, slight size difference, yes. Pretty big, yes. Should cool very good, yes. Just like everything else on the Colorado, was able to pick this up secondhand. Got an absolutely smoking deal on this setup. Very, very, very good deal. This is a Precision, I think it's a 2,000 horsepower air-to-water intercooler. I think these are like damn near $2,000 or more. I think somewhere between $2,000 and $3,000 new. They're absolutely massive. The core is what really tells you how good you can cool something. I mean, this is the height of the core. There's the length. I mean, it's an absolutely massive unit. Look at how tiny that core is compared to it. But I ended up picking this up for $700. But not just this. I got a... Oh, it's going to be tough for me to forget to put that one on. I got a ice tank and a fuel cell. So I literally got everything to really get the setup on the car complete. Put this in there. That is too big to put under the engine bay. This is going to have to go, it might be even too big to put in the dash. This might have to go all the way in the bed, and we have to run charge piping to the bed and from the bed. But absolutely insane, the size of this unit. It is humongous. I don't even know, can you stand it? I mean, it weighs a lot. This is definitely not something you put in your lightweight race car. I mean, maybe if you need, I don't know. I've driven cars with these in there, but I've never really had them outside the car and looked at them. When they're strapped in the car and like they're in the back seat or something, they don't look nearly as large as this. I mean, just look at the height. If I lay this guy next to it, I mean, this thing, we got old Junior here, and then we got Big Papa air to water. So again, the Discount Dragon, sticking with the theme of being discount, got that very, very cheap, $700 for all of this, and it's very nice, and it will work really well. Might be overkill for the setup, but we're going to have a cool air charge. What we plan on doing, we're going to get the setup is not going to change between the stock bottom end LS and the LSX block. So once we have everything all set up, that configuration won't change. They're going to run the same. They're actually going to run different intakes. I didn't think of that. Those are cathedral port heads, so that will change. Just realized that now. I'm going to have to buy a cathedral port Super Victor. No, I have a cathedral port Super Victor sitting right there. I got that. I'm just going to have to buy a square port Super Victor when I go to the LS3 stuff. Okay, see, I'm just thinking. This is the... I'm trying to get everything the same. So it wouldn't be that far off. I plan on running this elbow. So it's just a Holley cast elbow, and then the one and only, the exclusive Wilson manifold. These are absolutely sick. Wilson 105, we ran this on the Boosted Rooster. This thing has seen some wheelies. It's a very nice, sorry, I'm way off. It's a very nice piece. As you guys know, we got the boosted version, the anodized black one on the Grand National. Guys, right now, Wilson manifolds, you can get 10% off if you use the code JOHNDOC. Highly recommend picking up a throttle body. These things they're badass. I mean, they're absolutely awesome. We run them on damn near everything. I think Chris is putting one in his car too. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. So go and check out the guys at Wilson Manifold. Excited to have another car, have multiple cars with these on there. Because before I've only had one, now I got two, soon to be three. Once the salty chicken gets put together, and we're just plugging right along. So that's what we got going on. Super excited. Big air to water intercooler. That's going to go in the bed. So right now, my thought process is, let's go over to the whiteboard. All right, so if this is the bed from the top, all right, here's the cab. We got the engine, we got the blower, we got the cab, and then we have the fender wells. All right, this is the truck, not to scale. I do want to clarify it is not to scale in case some of you guys think this is to scale. Thinking about doing the charge piping for the blower is going to come. So if you're the fenders, right? And there's the bumper. So the charge piping is going to come up and along the side, and then it's going to go behind the dash, and I'm planning on having it come out through the center of the dash, right, like down by the floor, and go up in between both seats. Put the air to water here, right butt up against the bed, maybe just a little bit of room. Have the inlet down bottom, the outlet back up top, and the outlet will then go right on top of that, straight through the dash, right into the Super Victor with the Wilson throttle body. So that's pretty simple. Keep this high, I guess, and up near the existing like fender support, and then have it go to the dash, through the cab, behind the dash. That's where it'll snake across and then go out to the bottom of the dash, and then the inlet will be on the bottom. The top will be the outlet, which is going right back. So they'll be stacked on top of each other. Possibly mount the shifter on top of it, build like a little cage for it, and put the shifter up top. From there, we're going to put the radiator behind it, kind of like leaning over it. So this will be hidden back there. And then going to put the ice tank and fuel cell in the back to hopefully put some weight way in the ass. So that is the setup that I plan on running. I do want recommendations for this. For those of you guys that have built trucks that are doing stuff, doing no prep, comment down below and let me know what you think, what you recommend. Do you think this is a good idea? The setup is good. The air to water is just too large to put in the cab, so it's got to go in the bed, and I figure that's the shortest route for charge piping. It's still going to be extremely long compared to what we're used to. We're used to having the air to water up here, so it's like, boom, quick little shot. If you look at Chris's cold side on his vet, he has like maybe like 2 or 3 feet max of cold side. I mean, very, very compact. But this looks like the best setup that we're going to do, so I better buy stock in aluminum because that's going to take quite a bit of aluminum piping. But comment down below. Let me know what you think. Just brainstorming right now, trying to get it all figured out, and I think it's going to be sick either way. Alright guys, so here it is just for reference. Here's the new intercooler. Here is the new engine. They're about the same damn size, and that should provide enough cooling for a stock bottom end 6-liter with a small blower strapped to the front of it. So I'm excited. Be sure to check in tomorrow's video, tear this down, see what we got going on, see how everything looks. Ben, we can check bearings?
No.
No. Ignorance is bliss. That's what, you know, God, it wasn't.
If you disturb the line hone of the main journals, then you gotta redo it. So if you don't disturb it, tell you what we can do. You can hook a little piece back here to the oil pressure where you got a manual gauge, take all the spark plugs out of it, put a little bit of old junk oil in it, and crank it over with the starter hooked up to it with the battery.
See how much oil pressure?
See how much oil pressure it's got. Run a compression test on it. That way you're not completely wasting your time.
I'll put new heads on it before I run a compression test because I'm sure this is like valve float central. Someone asked how many miles this thing had on it, and the van had the dash ripped out of it, so he couldn't even see the mileage on it.
Good enough.
Yeah, but a lot of people were concerned that it had a heating cooling issue because it had a different water pump on there, and I'd say that you know, that is potentially a factor, but I mean,
could have had a flood head gasket or something.
It's got a crank in it still. It's got a camshaft. Dude, this seal back here for the rear cover has been on there so long it literally just got hard and it's stuck.
It's probably stuck.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. This thing never had a rear. It can't have that. I don't know. It might have a lot of miles. Who knows? We got the engine. I'm gonna tear this down next video. We got the intercooler. This should be awesome. Ben, I said it is much too large to go under the engine bay.
Little cutting room, little bit of this, a little bit of that.
It's going in the bed.
Make it fit somewhere.
It's going in the bed. All right, guys.
Terrible.
all that piping, but all right, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. Comment, like, subscribe. Got the apparel going out today. We'll see you guys in tomorrow's upload.